mugongo kuruma munda amani geksaija na gekazi toine iwo karwara amaino habokwa nibo bokaba kuletera mbazi gwa amaino ogubakweta high quality toothpaste bakusemereza buhereza high naiwe buli kya baraza babaho nyamarunda town council hasanyuka bar and lodge ekandi kuruga kya kabiri kya kasatu kya kana kya katanu kya mukaga hamuna kya sande baba karuguza ha office zabwe enkuru ha muhanda gwa kikada waruga ha stand big bank hakona house ne kyapa kibahoja kwa no kirora genda bugenda nakasenti kogule mibazi niko bakwijanja bokire abukumanya bikiraho baza nabo ha 07 mukaga 13 04 00 na 07 kenda na 5 10 23 yanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikulemera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula binywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busasi bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oyinekizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda ha vision hakyombako kyakona house hayi ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 kinana na mnana msanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 mwenda nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire ibire zekiro ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nererwa Uganda Communications Commission.
Kibale district slides backwards to 26th position from 13th in service delivery. Security arrests 9 over a wetland encroachment in Kagadi. Over 60 protesters arrested as police engage protesters in running batters, and Ethiopia landslide rescuers pull 157 bodies from mud. These and more stories next in the detail. A very good evening. It is exactly 8 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now the detail. Kibale District Local Government has backslidden to 26th position from 13th in the latest country-wide rankings out of the 176 local governments for the 2023 Local Government Management of Service Delivery Assessment done by the Office of the Prime Minister. The dissemination of the Local Government Management Report on Service Delivery Performance Assessment was done today by Joseph Muserero, the monitoring officer from the Office of the Prime Minister, at the District Council Hall, attended by different stakeholders, including the senior assistant secretaries, community development officers, and heads of department, among others. The 2022-2023 financial assessment report indicates that Kibale District has scored 75%. However, the results show that Kibale District is leading the best performing local government in service delivery in Bunyoro sub-region. Joseph Muserero says the key assessment areas for performance measures included education, health, water and environment, and microscale and others where collected local revenues, investment management, local government service delivery results, financial management and transparency and accountability. He says education sector was the best performing with 95% compared to the national coverage of 65%, as the lowest score was health sector with 63% compared to the national average of 54%, as stressing out that Kibale district has been awarded a grant of over 322 million shillings for the good performance in service delivery.
Ebadde yabere mu mukaaga ku district 176 yakoze bulungi era Kibale chief administrative officer LC5 wamune RDC nabalala mwebale nnyo mukoze mulimu gw'amaani okubeera abere mu mukaaga ku 176 si kyangu era ekintu kino kireta ne sente kati Kibale wenjogerera yalese miliyoni ezikunukiriza kuba 305 lwa okubeera ababere mu mukaaga. Government z'ebitundu mugeze okulaba nti ekintu kino mukikozesa okulaba nti mukola bulungi mubeerawo bwe baba nga baze okubagolola okubawa scores mu kiseera ekyo kigenda kubeera mu mwezi gw'omunana n'ogw'omwenda nga guggwako tujja kuba nga tuli ageni mukawafube okulaba nti tuwa max abantu nga bwe bakoze. Department esinza okuyamba Kibale mu kuleta sente nnyingi ebisatu n'omusobyo ye department y'ebyenjigiriza bakoze bulungi bafuna max 9.5 ku 10.
Of the 322 million shillings grant allocations, education has been allocated over 119.3 million shillings. Discretionary development equalization grant allocated over 45.6 million shillings. Health sector allocated over 4.7 million shillings. Water sector over 77.2 million shillings. And agriculture sector allocated over 75.6% million shillings. Judge Willie Tusabomo, the district planner, says that the district performance has dropped, attributing it to the competition and that the grant included in the financial year 2024-2005 district budget, stressing that the OPM has introduced a new local government performance assessment manual with indicators on service delivery.
And we want to congratulate the local governments for the good performance, specifically the first three, that was Chebando, was number 1. Then the second was Matale. Then the third was Bubango, local government. So we congratulate those ones. You have ably disseminated the performance report for Kibale, the previous assessment report. We want to thank you. Kibale performed well, like you have mentioned. We emerged the 26th in the country out of 176 higher local governments that had been assessed. In the Bunyoro sub-region, we were the best. But even the other year, where we were number 13 in the country, we were also the best in the Bunyoro sub-region. So we want to congratulate ourselves for that achievement. But I think overall, we want to thank the government of Uganda for this revised assessment manual. By and large, really. Previously, we've been assessing a number of indicators. Very many. I think this is now smaller, but in terms of content and in service delivery, this is more valuable than what we have been using.
In her closing remarks, Juliet Bikara, the Deputy District Speaker Kibale, congratulated the district for the good performance in service delivery.
I'm also thanking our chairperson LC5. He has been training these technical people, meeting them time and again about what you have brought for us today. I'm assuring you the assignment given to us, we are going to follow up and make sure that we implement what is required on political side.
Now, Chebando Sub-County has been ranked the best lower local government in service delivery for the 2023 Lower Local Government Performance Assessment done by the Office of the Prime Minister. Disseminating the local government management of service delivery assessment results, Chebando is ranked the first, scoring 96% in service delivery, followed by Matali and Bubango sub-counties in the second position, both scoring 90%. Nyamarwa, Chakazihire and Nyamarunda sub-counties are ranked the third, scoring 89%, whereas Kabasekende sub-county is in the fourth position, scoring 86%. Mugarama sub-county in fifth position, scoring 85%. Kayanja and Kasimbi sub-counties in sixth position, scoring 81%, while Midamida sub-county in 7th position scoring 80%, whereas others, Nyamarunda Town Council in 8th position scoring 76%, Karama sub-county in 9th scoring 69%, and Kibale Town Council the worst in 10th position at 65%. Judge Willie Tusabamo, the district planner, congratulated the lower local governments for the good performance, urging the best performers to maintain, whereas the worst to improve in different service delivery sectors.
And we want to congratulate the lower local governments for the good performance. Specifically, the first three, that was Chebando, was number 1. Then the second was Matare. Then the third was Bubango, lower local government. So we congratulate those ones. But even when you look at those that performed the list performers, I think the list was Chivale Town Council with 65%. That was also good performance. Although for Kibale, because we have higher standards, then you emerged the list. And we want to pledge that we maintain that performance.
Meanwhile, it has been revealed that Kibale District Education Department has been ranked second best performer in the whole country, scoring 95% and ranked the best in the district. Speaking to Goreti E.L. Nambiro, the education officer in charge, guidance and counseling, and Godfrey Biendai Mida, the acting community development officer for Kiebando sub-county, have attributed the success to teamwork and being focused.
Zibeire nungi tufunire 95 ha 10 kandi twaba kabiri omu Uganda yona ekitusobosaize kukora kurungi kubaire teamwork tukolera hamwe nka education kandi tutandika bukiyali na team leader waitu atugaidinga kurungi habokwa tutandika tukoragana na amasomero habokwa aliyo documents ezikotagisa kuruga amasomero tuzisoroza bukiyali tuzireta kandi abahidisha batuberire barungi ntibazireta ombwire then naitwe ebyaitu hano tweorganizinga kurungi tubiteko obukiyali kandi tukora na internal assessment
kibano niti tubaire okubanza na max kenda na mukaga omu assessment za local governments ekituyambire kuba nambemo eri teamwork aba technical staff hamu na political wing yogetagisize gendo mfiri tugenda hamu.
Away from that, Kagadi security have today arrested and detained 9 people at Kagadi Central Police Station for deliberately encroaching on Rwabituju and Hemu wetlands in Wikara sub-county Kagadi district. The arrested have been identified as Alishaba Rachel, Waide Tosime, Kamukama Rachel, Agnes Ninsima, Omuhereza Kemigisa, Omuhereza Kugizibwe, both residents of Kisura A, Wikara sub-county, and Bagonza Donozio at Haire Robina to Kahira Florence, both residents of Nyankubebe village in Wikara sub-county, Kagadi district. During an interview with our reporter after the operation, the Kagadi district District Commissioner Lilian Duteraho explains that this is done to implement the presidential directive that he gave in his address to the nation over the weekend. The accused have been found working in wetlands, and their gardens of beans, cabbages and onions have been destroyed by the security.
Batandika operation zebisharu kandi tukagambira abantu cyo kubanza ogutuma urungo kubanza tugwa kabiri tugwa kashatu. If someone happens for the first time, you can call it an accident. For the second time, you can call it at least a coincidence. But for the third time, it is a pattern of behavior. Abantu aba tutwire ntubagambira barugomba bisharu ntuzayo ntwegesa ntuza radio konka abantu tubarukura. Mbona hato bwirobu ubuturumu tugwo kweshengereza. Tugwo kushomesa no kwat kandi tukoma kwata tukonga. Aitu argizoberi. Nyenchakane ntuza kugenda timu yitu na NFA ebintu byone biri mu cyaro ntubitahanze. Ningira nubwo barije kwetegereza ngo kiturugamba namazima.
Duteraho further asserts that the operations are still going on and the accused will be taken directly to court to answer their charges.
ekiti kyokubanza tikyamweru kandi ntwija kwetora district eji week neya Busharu next week neya PDM next week neya Myoga mbwenu mwetegure taro kuzo mu office abantu tukabagambira ngu weeks azishatu nezo kukora ha ground kandi twakitandika kandi tutakucishiriza twakwata abantu mwenda konka ino ndijo utonsa kwata chairman kuno aitwa abanza nyamasaho gwikara chairman nkakora na wenda gano nguhatagira umuntu wagarako musharo abutwa betkomere twaba muhereza yabemerera so chairman tutekwa kumkwata tine hara yeshere.
That is the Kagadi Resident District Commissioner speaking there. Now, moving on, over 60 youthful anti-corruption protesters have been arrested following various parts of Kampala during the anti-corruption march to Parliament. While the police had warned against the march, mainly calling for the resignation of the Speaker of Parliament, Anita among some brave youth came out to face the military and the police. Some of the protesters emerged from Arua Park in the central business district of Kampala to face the heavily armed police and the military police. The UPDF also deployed armored vehicles that were seen patrolling the streets in what appeared like a carefully arranged formation. Despite such deployments, the protesters, some carrying the Uganda flag, kept on emerging in smaller groups and parts. And apart from chanting and calling for the Speaker of Parliament to resign, the protesters seemed peaceful. Some accepted to board the police patrol car while uniformed and plainclothes officers battled others. In some of those arrested along Parliamentary Avenue sat on the streets as they chanted. Anti-riot police swiftly grabbed and bundled the protesters into waiting police patrol cars. The Generation Z protesters have for weeks been planning the walk to Parliament demonstration to express their frustration about corruption in the Parliament of Uganda. Meanwhile, a section of members of the Uganda Law Society, an umbrella body that brings together all the lawyers in the country, has been blocked from accessing the central police station in Kampala. The lawyers, who were led by the Uganda Law Society President Bernard Audo, were blocked from the main entrance by the police officers manning security on the grounds that there were other lawyers who had already been given access to the premises. The lawyers say they have been in Wandagea, Kabalagala and Machinde police stations, but they have not been allowed to access despite having started at 10 a.m. to go looking for some of their clients. They say dozens of their clients have been arrested in relation to the ongoing protests against corruption in the country and are being held in various police custody in the town.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
Now, rescue teams have so far retrieved the bodies of 157 people killed in 2 landslides in southern Ethiopia, a local official has told the media. The landslides occurred last Sunday evening and yesterday morning after heavy rains in the remote mountainous area of Gofa zone. The local authorities say the search for survivors is continuing vigorously, but the death toll could yet increase. Footages show hundreds of people gathered at the scene and others digging in the dirt in search for people trapped underneath. Dear listener, it is 18 minutes past 8 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look on the top stories once more. Kibale district slides backwards to 26th position from 13th in service delivery. Security arrest 9 over wetland encroachment in Kagadi. Over 60 protesters arrested as police engage protesters in running battles, and Ethiopia landslide rescuers pull 157 bodies from mud. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your night, and please keep with us.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories.